I'm Matthew Malone, the team leader of Mentor Mechanics, an F1 in Schools team. You may have already seen our wind tunnel video, which you can check on YouTube. But today, I want to show you aspects of getting your car ready for racing. The example I'm going to talk about is from development class. The body of the car has just come back from the manufacturer. Now imagine that the car has started life as one big rectangle of polyurethane, and the CNC machine has extruded the shape of the car based on your Autodesk design. In this instance, you can see the holes from the axles, the hole of the CO2 chamber, and the tether line guide. You can also see the ridges left by the CNC machine. We'll talk about this later. I asked the manufacturer to leave the attachment block to the car. The reason for this is that I can then use the block for material testing and experiments. Remember, one of the main principles of engineering is measure twice, cut once. You can cut the offcut of the model block into many different pieces to test sanding effects, glue, paint, stickers, or any other thing you want to test. Remember, the polyurethane is quite fragile, so it's better to practice on the block rather than go straight onto the car. If some damage does happen to the car and you either can't get it to be manufactured again, or it's too close to the submission deadline, it could ruin your whole season. So, in the spirit of that engineering motto, measure twice, cut once, I am going to test different knives on the far side of the block before making the close cut to the car. I have got a knife with different types of spacing of teeth. One of them has teeth which is wide and blunt. The other side, the teeth are very sharp and close together. Now, if you feel uncomfortable with cutting, get an adult to help you. You'll need a flat and sturdy surface. A chopping board is ideal. Ideally, you should use gloves that are blade resistant. If you haven't got any, make sure you hold the block as far away from the knife as possible. You don't want any crumpling of the block or teeth marks. I'm now going to cut the block. You apply some pressure, but don't force the knife too much. I've cut with the blunt side. As you can see, there's some marks here, but it's not too bad. I'm very happy with it. I'm now going to cut with the other blade just to see if it makes any difference. Okay, I've cut with the sharp side of the knife. Now, comparing the two, I can't see much difference. Therefore, you can go into your cutlery drawer and choose a knife with teeth, and it will work. If you haven't got access to any of these types of knives, a bandsaw will be necessary. You can check with your design and technology teacher for availability. I have now got 2 slices of block, which I can now use for another test, which is sanding, and which will be subject of another bite-sized video. Thank you for watching. Happy racing.